couldn't mean anymore. The World Championship in the welterweight division is on the line. Doumbe in the white gloves, Congolo in the black.
And there's so many different variables. These guys know each other really well, but they both have improved so much since their last meeting.
And Doumbe with a nice exchange there. Congolo says that's a little low. Doumbe says no, it was not.
Doumbe's doing a good job at countering with combinations. It's gonna look like Congolo wants to get on the inside, use his power punching, but Doumbe is gonna try to use his angles and be that tricky, unorthodox style he did against Nicky.
Doumbe said he'd beat Congolo tonight and he'd make it look easy, and then after the fight would just simply say, I told you so.
Yeah, and Eve is already calling out Myrtle, and I know Myrtle wants this fight as well.
Myrtle Grunhard just won a contender tournament, and certainly we can't forget about Nicky Holzken. This is the first time in 18 months that a welterweight title fight has not involved him. The first 2 times these men met, it was a 3-round fight. This one's scheduled for 5. Who does the edge fall to in that regard?
Well, I think if Doumbe's able to stay relaxed on the outside, it could give him the advantage. But who knows, that pressure fighting from Congolo could really wear the gas tank of Doumbe down.
Chance of Doumbe here in Brussels. A bit surprising yesterday at the weigh-in. It was a very pro-Congolo crowd. That ruled a slip by our referee, Paul Nichols.
Very tricky style. I like the way Doumbe's fighting. He's kind of hitting and moving his head. He doesn't want to keep his head in one position against the power puncher.
Don't forget Doumbe with a 6-inch reach advantage here. The further away he stands from Congolo, the better.
I'd like to see him use his jab and his straight punches on different angles. Constantly keep mixing his stances.
Doumbe, only 24 years old, has accomplished so much. And this, his 71st professional fight. Congolo has been in the ring 72 times, 64 wins, 46 by knockout. And Doumbe scattering back towards the ropes.
Doumbe did a good job at mixing punches, but Congolo caught him. That's what he needs to do. Congolo, keep mixing those counter punches.
Whoa, and a late punch. Doumbe went down, but Nichols says no, that was not a knockdown. But an exclamation point there from Congolo.
Yeah, and that made that round extra interesting because I had Doumbe doing a good job at really mixing up his strikes, being unorthodox until he got caught, but it looked like he was pushed back there more than a damaging strike. Different look at it.
Looked like their feet got tangled up, actually. And Doumbe has got his grill going. Where's the mouthpiece? Here's the current state of the division. Our welterweight rankings: Joanne Congolo #1, Nicky Holzken #2, Myrtle Grunhard is #4 right now. Fight! Round 2, scheduled for 5. An entertaining first round. Quite a buzz here in Brussels in this arena. Both men fluent in French. A lot of trash talk coming from that language this week.
That unorthodox style, and that clipped the temple of Congolo.
That head kick has Congolo scrambling, and he tries to play defense by turning to offense, but Doumbe going in for the close here.
Doumbe needs to be careful for that counter punching.
The best moment of the fight so far for Doumbe, and a low kick sends Doumbe to the mat, but he's up quick. Congolo seemed to recover pretty quickly from that kick.
Yeah, it looked like he stumbled there a little bit, but in that exchange, he threw a counter punch and slowed down and woke Doumbe up. And a nice right counter punch from doumbe.
And it seems like Congolo's body's still a little bit loose. And a nice counter right there from the champ. And again.
It's that unorthodox style that doumbe throws. He mixes angles, switches stances, punches on different angles, makes it really hard for pressure fighters to get inside and counter. Congolo
and there's an uppercut.
Congolo switching stances. Could be from those low kicks adding up, who knows?
And usually it's doumbe who gives us the nice European uppercut, but this time it was Congolo.
Constantly switching stances, making it very difficult for Congolo to find his timing and his distance. I'm wondering if those low kicks from doumbe are adding up because Congolo keeps switching stances.
Got a knee there and another low kick. Doumbe spreading the offense around thus far. Still waiting to see one of those vintage uppercuts.
Seems like Congolo's best weapon is the counter punch, but he's waiting a little too long.
Right. Right.
Doumbe mixing feints.
And some of that clowning from Doumbe.
And Congolo said that Doumbe constantly runs around. He doesn't want to stand and fight. But it's doumbe that's doing the better job at moving and frustrating Congolo.
A definitive round there for Cedric Doumbe. And Joe, how do you have it after two as we look at our highlights? Let's see that kick to the head, right? Where's it coming? Well, we're gonna see a punch first, the right hand right on the ear.
Yeah, Doumbe's been landing a good job, doing a good job at landing that right hand early on in the round. But Congolo was doing better at countering early on, but as the round progressed, it seemed to be all doumbe. But that was that nice, beautiful corkscrew uppercut there. Congolo needs to be a little bit more active.
According to these fight metric statistics I've seen, Joe, Doumbe has thrown double the kicks and punches as Joanne Congolo has, 123 to 63.
Well, you asked me earlier, but I have this fight 2 rounds to 0 for Doumbe. He's just more active, he's landing more, and he's making it very difficult for Congolo to do much.
This is a title fight. It will go 5 rounds if need be. Non-title fights in glory are just 3-minute rounds. Another counter punch, that time a left there from Doumbe.
I'd like to see Congolo mix in body punches because Doumbe keeps moving his head backwards. That leaves the leg and the body open. So if Congolo starts mixing in some body punch, he can find more success landing to the head.
You've probably seen some Cameroonian flags here in the arena. That's because Doumbe was actually born in Cameroon, relocated to Paris with his parents when he was 9 years old. So several Africans making the trip here tonight to Brussels to cheer on the Cameroonian-born Doumbe.
Doumbe just slipped his head off and threw a right hand. Congolo staying in the southpaw.
It's amazing that Doumbe can stay so calm in the line of fire from Congolo. He's slipping those punches and not making a big deal about it, like that.
Yeah, he keeps slipping, he's moving. He's very slick with his head movement. That's why I'm saying Congolo needs to attack the body. And Congolo's staying southpaw because I really feel those low kicks.
Oh, that knee may have hurt Congolo. And now Doumbe landing some big punches. Congolo fighting back. And there's an uppercut. And another.
Congolo's back in orthodox. That's when Doumbe needs to go back to the low kick. There's Congolo attacking the body.
Another good round for Cedric Doumbe, and a head kick followed up with a right hand.
Good job at Doumbe mixing those knees.
And a spinning back kick from Congolo as Doumbe feigns that it hurt him.
And then comes back with some punches.
Doumbe is certainly slick.
A slower round for Doumbe, a little bit better for Congolo.
Who do you give it to?
Well, that's the closer round of the fight. I think it's gonna come down to who did the most damage that round, which I thought Doumbe did a little bit more damage, moving, landing a little bit more, but this was definitely a better round for Congolo. And there he landed a good right hand and then slipped off the punches. But he seems to be doing well when Congolo's in southpaw, taking away some of that low kick.
There was the knee, the left knee right to the jaw.
And if you look at damage, and that looked like it was one of the most damaging shots in that round, and that's why I'm giving Doumbe that round based on the damage he was scoring with those knees.
If Doumbe has indeed won the first 3 rounds, that means Congolo's going to need at least 1, if not 2 knockdowns here in the championship rounds of 4 and 5.
Well, I would tell you 1 and 3 were not as definitive for Doumbe. We've had some interesting decisions and numbers. Who knows what's happening in the judges' scorecards?
Doumbe's corner put water on him, but it's like he's coming out of a swimming pool. Both his legs covered in water, so are his trunks. And Paul Nichols asked that he be dried off a bit. You can sense the urgency now from Congolo. Has to know. Oh, the left hand. Doumbe shakes it off again, but it did connect.
Doumbe's getting caught with his chin a little too high. You still got to be careful with those counter punches of Congolo.
Congolo does pack quite a punch, a 73% knockout ratio, and he might just need one of those here tonight. Total punches landed, Doumbe 41, Congolo 23.
Congolo starting to pick up that activity.
And he's really starting to showboat is Doumbe. Can't be cashing the check just yet. You saw what it did to Simon Marcus in his title fight last year against Jason Wilness.
He needs to be careful. It's going to take that one shot that's going to make him question all that showboating and head movement.
And we will see that fight again next month in Copenhagen. Simon Marcus versus Jason Wilness.
I'm pumped for that fight. Good low kicks by Doumbe.
Inside low kick, nice snapping sound from Doumbe. Heads up.
Good left hook to the body. That's what I was saying earlier. I'd like to see Congolo really mix in the body punching and low kicks of his own.
And a spinning left hand from Doumbe. Well, Congolo is running out of time if he's behind, and we think he is.
Well, he's getting frustrated, and it would be a bad idea for Doumbe to sit in the pocket and exchange. So Doumbe is doing a good job at frustrating Congolo on the outside.
Their first 2 fights were only scheduled for 3 rounds, so they're in uncharted territory here, round 4. Oh. Cheap shot there, no doubt about it, from Congolo. At least it didn't land. Doumbe promised to win this fight with a smile on his face, and he is dancing, laughing, sticking his tongue out, having a good time, and it has been effective. You saw that from Congolo. And that's the good thing about boxing and kickboxing, basically any combat sport, Joe. If you don't like what the other guy's doing, you can punch him in the face.
Yeah, but that's why Congolo's frustrated, because he can't punch Doumbe in the face. And that's why he's frustrated, because Doumbe is doing a good job at fighting on the outside, being unorthodox. But Congolo is doing a better job at getting more active and punching and landing his punches.
So what's the message in Congolo's corner? He might actually be down 4 rounds to none.
He's got to put the pressure on. He's got to continue to go in, hit the body, and try to attack the head. Put the pressure on. Try to get Doumbe against the ropes, which has been a hard task. But he's got no choice. Put the pressure on.
Round 5, here we come. Just 3 minutes to go with the welterweight championship of the world on the line. Now, Congolo's 4-year-old son, Warren Kingston, predicted his dad would win by a late knockout. Let's see if Junior is right.
His son predicted the Ben Mansour fight.
He said dad would win with a body shot, and that's what he did.
There's that pressure that Congolo needs to bring, but there goes Doumbe and his trickiness, being unorthodox.
And Doumbe continues to jump backwards, laughing. And you can see on the face of Congolo, he's had about enough of this, but there's nothing he seems to be able to do about it.
Doumbe has the whole welterweight division after him. He got in Nicky's head, he got in Congolo's head, he even has Myrtle Grunhart wanting to take him out. So his antics outside of the ring are definitely working, and the way he fights on inside.
Time.
Yeah, Paul Nichols has got to get control here. Congolo threw a punch while Doumbe was on the ground.
Time. Both of you, stop messing around, adhere to the rules and fight. Do you understand? Do you understand? Time in. Fight!
Well, I think Doumbe's doing what he has to do. He's trying to frustrate him. He is being unorthodox. He's moving his head, avoiding punches, landing. It's Congolo's frustration that seems to be the difference.
Doumbe refusing to stand still for Congolo. But Congolo does have 1-punch knockout power, and look at the slickness of Doumbe.
Break! Fight!
And what can Congolo do right now, Joe?
He needs to just keep going on the inside. He needs to mix into body. Doumbe's, that's when he's most successful, when he's throwing those body punches. He's got to understand that Doumbe keeps moving his head.
Doumbe certainly is entertaining, if nothing else. His defense has been even more spectacular than his offense. But unlike boxing, you don't get scored on good defense. Here in kickboxing.
Doumbe landed a good uppercut.
40 seconds to go here. Does Congolo have that 1-punch power left in him? And can he land it?
It's those angles, the turning, it's very slick movement. Good footwork, good head movement. Doumbe definitely thinks he won the first 4 rounds because he's coasting in this last one.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
10 seconds left. And Doumbe has this one pretty much wrapped up. He did it with a smile on his face. Congolo frustrated, but at least acting like he won the fight. It's hard to see how he did, though.
Definitely an interesting fight. I have to give the advantage to Doumbe for that slickness, footwork, and head movement. And he was a lot more active, and according to fight metrics, landed a lot more.
But you never know. the official decision coming up next.
One judge scores it 48-47. The other four have it 50-45. A unanimous decision, all for your winner. And still,